It's bougie.
Yeah. Hi there and welcome back to another video. Y'all already can tell by the title we're doing a get ready with me. Before I go into it, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so right now. But let's get into this look. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a chit chat get ready with me type thing, obviously. So I'm not gonna like tell you exactly what I'm using unless it's something new and special, because you guys would have seen like my makeup routine. It hasn't changed a whole lot. So anything that you're curious about, please feel free to leave a question in the comments, but for the most part it's the same basic application. Yeah, so I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all because a couple of you guys asked me like, how is it like doing school full-time online as well as going to work full-time? And I haven't really disclosed where I work for personal reasons more so, because the last time I did that, anyway. But if you know, you know. If you don't, whatever. But it really has been a year and a half. I enrolled with Florida International in their MBA online program. Hold on, this music is too loud. Okay, so like I was saying, I enrolled, well actually I was accepted to FIU, which is Florida International University, located in Miami, Florida. I was initially accepted for the fall 2020 cohort, but at the time, like, you know, like when you love your job but your job doesn't love you, that type of way. So I had really like overextended myself to my workplace at the time, and I basically put that on pause. And I learned the hard way that, you know, sometimes you just need to be selfish in these situations, because these jobs really do not care about you. So get that degree, do that side hustle, whatever you want to, like whatever you aspire to, like go ahead and get it done, because these people will replace you in a heartbeat. So I wanted to just share a couple of like tips, because I've maintained like relatively good grades. I think I had 1 C+, and it was actually because I missed an assignment. But for the most part, like A's and B's were like my grades. And I wanted to just share like some of the best practices and tips for maintaining full-time job and, you know, your full-time social life, because you don't want to just like completely isolate yourself because of this. You know, obviously there's sacrifices that have to be made. Like you can't always go out, but when it comes to a drink, baby, whatever Ari said.
Oh no.
Yeah, and let me just say this: when it comes to a drink, I'ma have it.
I'ma have it. So there were times that I had to sacrifice things like sleep, but you get the gist of it. Let's just go ahead and get right into this. So obviously, like, prioritize like your time management. If you know that the semester starts September 1st, for example, and you know this is how many assignments that you're gonna have when they're due, yada yada yada, go ahead and plug them into your little calendar. I have a written calendar. I use my digital calendar, and Canvas is on my phone, so I link it to my Google Calendar, and literally all of the notifications that I need like just come up there. So do yourself the favor and log all of your assignments and go from there, because then that'll give you like a big picture of like what you have to do and like what you can and can't take on for the next couple of weeks. So I did this, and obviously I work retail, so I ensured that I spoke with my manager and I was like, hey, like this is what my exam schedule looks like let's sit down and strategize like the work schedule. And she was able to accommodate that, because I had already planned in advance with her, like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. These are the days that I'm available. These are the days that I prefer, morning shift, night shift, whatever. And she was able to accommodate. However.com, not every place is going to be accommodating, and that's where like the onus now becomes on you to like create that time. So if you have a whatever shift or whatever you work, like you have to strategize and be intentional when it comes to time management. Oh my gosh, I messed up my eyebrow. Ah. Okay, so I don't know if most of you guys remember in your undergrad careers, your professor said something like, these are the 3 like points of your triangle, like your social life, good grades, and sleep, and you can only focus on 2 points of the triangle. Now, that is real. Essentially, mine was a square because I had work, social life, good grades, and sleep. And sometimes like I would do everything except for sleep, and I'd get out of the club or wherever we went to at like 2 a.m. and I get home and I pop the computer open. So there is going to be some sacrifice in that triangle that we learned. Like, that thing is real. In addition to like time management, I always challenge people to write things down, because you're never going to remember every single thing. If you need to make a doctor's appointment, if you need to make whatever, write it down. Again, like I mentioned before, I have a digital calendar, I have digital notes, physical notes, all that stuff that helped me be successful in my like work and school. Like I mentioned, these are just like tips and tricks that worked for me, and I just felt like, you know, I'm gonna share them with y'all because I don't gatekeep, okay? This one was very eye-opening for me, like finding supportive people who understood that you're not going to be able to come to every turn up, because support goes just beyond, hey, like, I'm here for you, like, go girl, do your thing. By the way, y'all, I've been using the YSL All Hours foundation. Chef kiss. My girl Peyton Charles put me on, and if you guys didn't check out my last vlog, go ahead and do that. I'm gonna link it up above. But she was talking about this on Instagram, I believe, and I was like, it's no way. She said this is the Gorilla Glue of foundation. So I was like, well, let's see what it's hitting for. And I wore it the night of her meet and greet. I was out until 11ish. Face did not move. So this is like my 3rd time for like a trial run. I'm going out to dinner and probably some drinks after, so I already know I'm gonna come back with a real review. But it is so important to surround yourself with people who get it, you know, like, yes, they're gonna clap for you, but do they understand when you have to make these sacrifices, that whatever the issue is, like, it's not about you not wanting to hang out with them, it's more so about like you pursuing what you want to pursue, whether that be like something educational or like your side hustle. So for me, surrounding myself with the right people is what led to my success, because my friends would say, like, Sunday, they'll be like, oh, you want to go to brunch? And I'm like, oh no. And they'll kind of shift gears a little. If they really want to hang out, they'll be like, okay, well, there's this coffee shop, they have really good brunch, we can do that, versus, you know, a turn up brunch, which I can appreciate, because like, again, you're not gonna find people like that everywhere you go. Next, I'm gonna say have fun with it, because you don't want to just completely isolate yourself. And I get it, if you are hell-bent on making these grades, there is going to be sacrifices, but again, have fun with it. Like I said, my friends were very understanding. I look super orange here today. It's gonna come together, I promise. But I had friends that were super understanding, and if we had to turn up at the house, they would make that sacrifice for me, and I cannot thank them enough for being like super understanding throughout this 1.5 years, because without them, baby, shout out to y'all, because y'all the bomb. And for me, I had to learn that depriving myself, like, I'm not gaining anything from depriving. It's almost like a diet. You know how they say you have to have a healthy balance of like your healthy and your unhealthy fats? It's kind of the same thing. If I continue to deprive myself of these social experiences, like, I would be completely miserable and I would not focus on my education. So give yourself a little slack, have a little fun, let loose a little bit. By the way, I didn't address my hair, so I dyed it black, by the way. I'm getting a sew-in tomorrow, and I tried these little rods, so let's see how they turn out. Hopefully they look good, because per usual, your girl is running late. I'll be right back, because I need to whip my beauty blender. One of the things that I also learned is to reward myself, because sometimes I'll get really hung up on, oh my gosh, you should have gotten an A, that was so easy, you got a B. But You're going to school full time. Like, you're that girl. Like, you're doing this. Reward yourself. So that would come obviously in the form of maybe a new fragrance, or maybe a massage, or maybe just like sitting at home and doing absolutely nothing for the day. So take the time to reward yourself, because it's not easy. Like, one of my coworkers, she told me she was pursuing her master's with 2 children and was working at a school. So reward yourself, baby, because it's not easy. One thing that I had to really teach myself, because this is how I also am in my personal life, like I have a very hard time, and it's not a pride thing. People have told me that it's a pride thing, but it really isn't. I have a hard time asking for help if I truly need it, because I always feel like I'm bothering people. So this was something that I also had to learn in my academic career, which translated very well to my personal life, because it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to need help. Like, it doesn't make you less of that girl because you do need the assistance. So I would reach out to professors, TAs, leverage my peers who were just, you know, that one kid in the class. I had a couple of those, and I would just leverage them and say, hey, I'm not sure about this. What do you think? And they love it, like, because you rely on them. Hold on, I can't talk and do under my eye. See, that trick. Ooh, ooh. But no, leverage your friends. Like, I had peers that also were going through school as well, and sometimes it wasn't about the subject matter. It was maybe like studying tips, or maybe having them proofread like something that I wrote, like, does this make sense, or what do you think about this? Does this answer the question that the professor is asking, or whatever? So leveraging people around you who can help you. I was fortunate enough to have a manager this time around that really understood my commitment to my education. So for example, she would be more than accommodating with my schedule requests. Sometimes they would be a little absurd, like, hey, can't close this day, can't close this day, would prefer to open, would prefer not to work. And she was very understanding. So I really do appreciate her so much for that. And honestly, in hindsight, yes, do I wish that I had not focused on the first job as much? 100%. But do I wish that I had not focused on that first job as much and like catered to my needs? Of course I do. But do I regret it? No. In hindsight, I just wish that I had set those boundaries and created this expectation that this is what I aspire to, and if you're not going to be supportive of that, then I gotta leave. I gotta go. So I have officially ended my semester, well, ended my like academic career as of today. I turned in my last and final paper, so I am done. I'm obviously just waiting for the grades and stuff, but your girl is done. And obviously I am more than grateful to the people that have been extremely supportive of my endeavors. I could not thank you guys enough for being a part of this. I am all out of my natural lashes. I just have these really like dramatic ones. So let's see how that's going to play over. My friend just texted me, so I know that that means that I'm obviously running behind, per usual. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share that with you guys. Obviously, you guys may have heard me mention like school a couple of times throughout the course of my videos, but I never really got on here and talked a whole lot about it. My friend asked me, she was like, well, why haven't you done this before? And I thought about it. I really did. And you know how they say, like, don't speak on it until it is? It was one of those things where I felt that if I shared prematurely, and not that I hang around people that pray on my downfall, but you just never know, you know? Like, I just didn't want to be in a situation where I was setting myself up for failure by prematurely announcing the success of the completion of my graduate career. I'm gonna do this in the other mirror, so give me a second. Okay, oh hell no, this is not giving what I needed it to give. So we're just gonna settle for some mascara. My lash appointment is on Monday, and my birthday is next week, so I've just kind of been holding it down with the mascara. And you know what, she hasn't failed yet, so we gonna stick it. Oh my god, I gotta wipe that glue off of my eye. But we're gonna use her to just open the eye a little. Ah! So I kind of fixed it a little. I was going for like a semi-smoky eye. It's not giving what I needed to give, so we're gonna just leave that alone. That's not your thing, girl. I haven't played with eyeshadow since 2017. Fun fact, when I moved here from the Virgin Islands, I was convinced that I was going to take up professional makeup artistry. I was at home practicing like cut crease looks and all these things, and don't get me wrong, I was pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, what if I did pursue that, because that would have been something different for me. But yeah, I just wanted to again say thank you publicly to all of my friends and family who have been extremely supportive. I cannot find my lip liner. Extremely supportive of, what the freak? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, but thank you guys so much just for being understanding when I said I couldn't go out, for being understanding when we chose to have brunch at the house, for being understanding when I was locked in a closet taking an exam and everybody's in the living room taking shots. So thank you guys so much. You guys were a huge part of my success. And I don't know, like a lot of people have asked me, well, now that you're finished, like what's next? Like, who knows? Like, I have an idea of like my career plan, trajectory, all that stuff, but in due time we'll see. So before I put on my lip color, I'm gonna put on a little bit of this like Gucci balm, because it's getting cold and your girl's lips is chapping up, so we can't have that. Put on my setting spray. Let that dry. I'm gonna use the Dior Hyaluronic Lip Plumper in the color, I have no idea, number 12. I don't even remember what color this is, but I literally love their lip glosses. They wear very well. And if you've ever worn like a lip plumper anything, you know that it's gonna tingle. This one is definitely giving peppermint on the lips. So, oh, okay, little hairstyle. Like I told you guys, I am getting my hair done tomorrow. It's gonna be my first sewing in like years. Also, I am getting ready. I'm also in the process of getting ready for my vacation trip, and I can't wait to share with you guys exactly where I am going to this vacation. Last year I did Cabo, which I'll do like a little recap for you guys in another video so you can see how that was. We stayed at Nobu, which, oof, if you love sushi, you already know about Nobu. Like, it's pretty much self-explanatory. She's that girl. But Uchi in Dallas is definitely giving her a run for her money. I like it. So I didn't do like a full on I didn't do like a full on like flat iron silk press thing. I just wanted it to be very like still giving texture. Oh, this is very cute. Okay, I need to go comb this out. Hold on. So obviously I have been very anti-black hair because I've been red since I moved to Dallas. And y'all, ooh, this is giving grown. Hold on, my friends are calling me. Hello?
Hello.
What's going on, Barbie?
It's bougie.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, yeah.
All right, you guys, this is the final look. Okay, why is this like giving grown and sexy? Like it's giving I'll probably comb this out just a little bit because it's a lot of volume, but okay, I'm not mad at black hair me. I'm really not. But this is the, again, All Hours foundation in the shade B80 chocolate. Again, shout out to my girl Peyton for putting me onto this foundation because baby, it's giving skin. Like all of my foundations give skin, but this is giving skin. I feel like I look just like my mama. I'm about to call her. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click on that button down below. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next one.